Okay. First thing we do before we start the session. Obviously, I've coached you quite some times now. We talked quite some times now. How do you see yourself as a player in terms of your strengths and your weaknesses? Obviously, let's say I'll just give you an example, right? Let's say your mid game and your team fighting is up here, your laning phase is up here, and then yeah, I mean you can never reach above this level. Does that make sense? Like your mid or your lowest, what is it called? Like your bottom level can never be raised higher, or your higher level can never be raised higher because your bottom level is this low.
Are you saying the line is like the overall layer level
Yeah,
or what?
yeah, like
Okay.
you're never allowed to go above unless you raise the bottom one. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you see your strengths and how do you see your weaknesses? And then I mean, obviously, as I said, known you for a long time, then I will say what I think after.
Okay. I think my strength is like my carry potential, like how I can utilize a lead. Um, yeah, both in team
So
fighting and in side
if you
lane.
get ahead,
Yeah, if I
yeah,
get ahead, I think I'm very good at like converting that into a win in general. Um,
this,
yeah, I mean I don't always know like I don't think I always play team fighting stuff perfectly, but in general I think when I'm ahead I'm very good at winning the game. I think my strengths are being like finding like creative ways to win, but still in general from a lead. Like often, like for example, I'll realize like you know there's no point showing up to this mid wave. Like we're gonna lose the 5v5 anyway. Like I'm gonna proxy a wave behind their tier 2 turret, and
mhm.
then I have a super big move. You know, like stuff like that that I don't think other players really think about or like uh yeah like use. Um, and I think yeah, I think those are the things that like set me apart in general from other top laners. And I
Mhm.
think my weaknesses is that I'm very because of this, I'm very eager to get ahead, which means that I often overreach, especially in the early game. Like for example, when I'm still even, then I'll play like I'm ahead already, and then make a trade on a timer where enemy jungle is there, or where it's just not my like I'm
It's not your
you
time.
know it's not my time. And then I'll fall behind or something like that. Uh, because I know what I can do with a lead. I think I play very very like yeah. I think too eager to get ahead, and then it kind of all falls out. Like everything that is my weaknesses all fall under that category, but it's stuff like discipline, conceding when I need to, playing when I'm not the win condition, for example. Like say we have a 5-0 Caitlyn, it's like I've just got to fucking sit there AFK for 20 minutes and we win the game. Like I find it very difficult to do that. I think I'm getting better at it, but it's still very hard.
So if you win really hard, and if you lose really hard. Is that what
In
you're saying?
general, in general, I
So
would say
there's
that's
like
how
no
I see
middle ground.
myself.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, I would say so. I think that's like my view of myself at least.
Yeah. What about your laning?
Um, I don't know. I used to think my laning was like really bad, but like I feel like it kind of depends on my champs. Like it kind of depends on what champion I'm playing. I feel like I'm really good at laning on some champions, and like complete trash at laning on other champions. Like, and I don't really know what necessarily sets it apart. Like, it's not even about like how much I've played the champion, for example. Like, I've played Ornn more than I've played Olaf, for
Hmm.
example. But like I picked up Olaf within like 5 games and felt like pretty good at him,
Yeah. Why do you think that
even in
is?
lane. And then Ornn, for example, I think is like one of the best. I think Ornn is insane in lane, but like I consistently grief in lane, and
Yeah.
like so I'm not like I think my laning phase really depends on the champ I'm playing, but like I
Hmm.
don't really know, or I find it hard to decide like why I'm
How to
good at
fix
some and
it?
bad at others. Yeah,
Okay.
because I don't know what the issue is.
Yeah. Okay. I will tell you because it's quite obvious when you think about it. So when you play Ornn, right? When you play Ornn, if you don't play like fundamentally sound, you're going to lose really hard. Whereas if you play Olaf, you can have the carry potential, and your team fighting, obviously, with the comps that we have been playing, is quite easy. And being creative, both in champs and in game, right, is some of all of his strengths. Whereas with Ornn, you have to be extremely fundamentally sound. Because if you're not just gonna lose, you're gonna like shit grief it, you know?
Yeah.
So a champ like Ornn, yeah, your weakness is getting, like I agree with this, right? Your weakness is you want to get ahead as early as possible, and you want to exhaust every lead that you can, even though you shouldn't in some situations, and being disciplined. You remember the Olaf scrim we had where you fought level 1 and then it kind of fucked the entire game and then we end up still winning. I don't know if you remember it. Olaf into Fiora, I think. And they have your Seju, and then we take 2v2. Oh no, we had Seju.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I think I even killed him level 1, but like... Oh, did I? But
no,
like,
you didn't kill him, but the wave was
but
still
it's
good
like-
and everything, but they like thinking ahead of time and playing to your actual condition. And so the discipline part, right?
Yeah, I think I'm as general as a player, I'm extremely easy to bait because
Yeah.
I see someone make a mistake and I want it like I just instant want to punish.
Yeah. And yeah, for sure, like your biggest issues are fundamentals, I would say. I think with the way that you have approached the game, like in and out of the game, you want to be creative, you want to find new ways to play and new matchups and new champions and whatnot. But then you kind of left your fundamentals. Does that make sense? Which is like wave management, ward usage, base timers, positioning a lane, / the traits you take. Why do you take them and what are they supposed to give you? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, what I want to do with you is, let's say in this situation, right? Your carry potential and your team fighting, it's up here, and your laning and your fundamentals are like here. So we never reach higher than this level. So what I want to do is I want to raise your fundamentals up to this level, and I want to raise your laning phase up to this level, right? This is just an example, but definitely these are your weakest points. And if we get them up here, then we can reach a higher ceiling. You need to reach a high ceiling, you need to raise your bottom level. So in the session, you can queue now. In the session, we will focus on laning phase solely. Same thing that when we are doing VAS in our games, or when we were doing VAS in our games, it is strictly focused on certain things, so that you can repeat them over and over again, and then eventually they will just be stuck in your brain.
Yeah.
You can start your stream as well.
Oh yeah, you want me to stream on Discord? Okay. Okay, let's hope my PC can handle this. I'm gonna quit Overwolf.
Yeah, quit everything that isn't needed, because yeah, else we will see pixels.
Yeah.
But what do you think of top lane in its current position?
Top lane? I
think
think it's
just top lane role in this positioning it's in right now.
I think it's decent. I think it's better than it was last season. Like this preseason has been good for it, but not as good as it has been for like jungle, for example.
Yeah.
But I still think it's like it feels better than last season. I feel like last season was a really bad season for top lane in general. Like it was very bot lane focused. Now I feel like there's more
ways to play the game.
There's more ways to play the game, yeah. But I still think like, especially next patch when like tanks are getting buffed again, I still think it's gonna be like like a mixed meta, some carries, some tanks, like some top lane focused games, some bot lane focused games, but some jungle focused games. But I think it's like, I mean, more variety is good. I feel like there's the only top lane champ in competitive that's been like meta, that's like a real carry is Fiora. That has seen play. Like even stuff like Aatrox, I don't even think people picked it as a carry. People just picked it because it's like it doesn't get counted in lane. Like it's just safe. It just does its job.
Yeah.
Like so, I really don't. I think it's been way too dominated by like Ornn and stuff. But I think I think all those stuff will still be good. I just think there's more variety now, which I like.
Yeah.
I mean, I also have a lot of picks that I think are good that other people don't necessarily think are good. For example, the Darius or even like the Karma. Like I think there's a lot of stuff that is like is really underrated right now.
Yeah, I think Karma right now in top is like the best blind champ.
Yeah, I think it's for sure good.
Flex pick, there's nothing that she can't play into. Let's say you play into like Camille Fiora, you can always nuke the wave and then she doesn't do anything well.
I mean, she wins those matchups, yeah.
Yeah, and she wins lane.
Until later.
And her team fighting is obviously super strong as well.
And she pairs super well with like a lot of the best junglers, which are like Hecarim, Udyr, Graves.
Yeah. In lane, I want you to ask yourself questions. I think this is something you have to constantly work on. It's something that you start doing in VODs, but then in game you start doing it more. Start asking yourself questions like, what do I want to do? So we will do it when we see the matchup, the first matchup. We'll do it as something I think you're already doing a little bit of. But I want to do more of it. Ask yourself questions that leads to answers. So for example, let's say we play like a Camille versus Fiora matchup. What kind of questions would you ask yourself in that situation?
Yeah. Are you asking me now?
I'm asking you now. Let's start it already.
I mean, it depends at what point in the game, but I'd be thinking
just lane, going into lane, right? The only part of the only part of the game you have to play from the beginning is lane. So what would you ask yourself in lane?
I mean, I would be thinking of the first like sequences of the lane, like who gets prior. Is that affected by leashing? Is there like who's under threat on the first crash? Like, do I want to like push crash? Can I push? Like in general, you want to, but you can't always do that. Like when do I want to take my reset? Like what spikes? Like for both of them, they spike really hard on Sheen, for example. So if one person gets a good Sheen base and the other person gets like a Cull base, it like really changes it. Like trying to create, like I'm generally thinking of how to create those small advantages and like those small things for myself. And then on top of that, like trying to like get good trades in. Like if they're like last hitting minion, like trying to get an auto on them, or like trying to slowly like chip down the lane, look for an all-in opportunity, look for a jungle gank. If my jungle is pathing towards me, how can I set the lane up so it's gankable? Like stuff like that.
Yeah. It's obviously.
That's about it.
What? Yeah, that's fine.
That's about it.
Nah, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's obviously insanely important that you think about jungle as well as mid when it comes to your lane. I mean, support not so much sometimes, of course, but not so much relevant to your lane. But mid and jungle, like how do they affect your lane? Of course, if you have like a J4 or Hecarim or whatever jungle, how does that affect your lane? Same way that enemy jungle, how does it affect your lane? If they have a J4 or a Hecarim, they do different things. Okay, now they have a Nunu. How does that affect your lane? Depending on what happens in bot lane, he could obviously path up to you. You have a Nunu versus Hecarim already. That means you will have way stronger clear. Hecarim is a natural counter to Nunu if he gets to clear, as long as he doesn't have to constantly follow him out of the jungle. So right now you want preferably a self-sustaining top laner that doesn't need help, but if there's an option to win a 2v2, of course we take it, right? What are some self-sufficient top laners that you can think of? And we can assume that you are going to blind pick here.
Yeah, I think Fiora, I think Karma, I think on this patch Camille. Then there's also like stuff that I'm not the best at, but is for sure self-sufficient. Gragas, Ornn, I think Cassante is actually pretty good. As for range champs, there's not that many that are self-sufficient. Maybe Gnar.
So something that also benefits our team comp.
Should I blind or should I pick for this guy?
Just pick him. Why not? It doesn't. it's much better that way, of course. But yeah, this probably will mean that Nuno will be ganking bot lane, and you could already say that because Caitlyn Lux, if they get to a free lane, then
Yeah.
it's game over. Not
I mean,
only
that also makes me more encouraged to pick a, like if I can pick a top matchup that he wants to influence, it's gonna be good. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like this is such a good game for like so many champs already.
Fiora or Camille? What do you want
Okay,
into Camille?
well,
Self-sufficient.
I mean, I think Fiora is for sure the best here.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like it. Go.
If we needed AP, I think
No, we have
Mordekaiser
Lux
would be
and
okay.
probably Varus
Yeah.
also.
Yeah. But
Mordekaiser is very gankable. Like it would either be Jax or Fiora, but Fiora is much better into Nuno.
Yeah.
And also fine into Camille, of course, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what? Again, now we have to ask ourselves the questions that are relevant. Start with, do I want push? If so, can I leash? What can Nuno do in terms of ganking my lane? How do I need to trade to get the push? And just answer the questions.
Yeah, so I think this is a Fiora favorite lane in early game.
Yeah.
So I can get the push if I want to, and I think I do want to. I don't think Nunu can't level 2 gank, so Nunu can't really gank me before like third wave or like beginning of third wave. And to be honest, he should be wanting to play to bot lane. So maybe I get see if someone niches, I could solo queue, so maybe bot lane or top lane niches and I can see where he starts. If not, I think I'll just be playing for a third wave crash and to like see what Nunu, like if we see Nunu bot side, then I think I can continue to pressure, and if we don't see Nunu bot side, then I can just take a cheetah while he's like clearing to top.
Nuno can do free camp into top gank before the wave is crashed, and he can look for it, right? Because they don't have a lot of setup.
I'll ward off the second wave if I don't know where he is. Like, that's what I would think.
Yep, and you want to ward deeper than the bush, because if you ward the bush, then it's too late. So yeah, you would want to ward either level 1, his camp, or level 2, past the bush.
Actually, what side are we? We're blue side. Or wait, no, we're red side, right? Wait, what side am I?
Yes, you had last pick.
Okay, we're red side. Well, then I can walk in and I can walk in late and check his blue, and then I can see where he starts. That's really good.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't mean you can't get prio. But yeah, it will help the entire team, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, Nuno is one of those champs that can do a lot of weird clears. He can do level 2 gank on bots, but if he doesn't get a kill, it's GG.
Yeah, especially if I Hecarim him.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, what about your individual lane? What are you looking to do in terms of like trading and timers?
I mean, in general, the trades are like, I want to be taking very small trades. Like I don't really win I mean, I can win it all in, but like, I'm going to be initiating trades on her generally.
Yeah.
So I want to avoid her W with my Q. I want to get vital procs, especially vital grass procs, and slowly chip her down. My optimal first base is for Sheen, so like that optimal situation is I crash 3, and then crash another 3 or 2, crash 3 and then crash another 2 or 3, depending on how much I can big another wave, and then base. But it kind of depends on what Nunu does. Like if I'm supposed to plan further ahead than that, then I don't do that, because I don't know what
you can't
the
really.
variables will be.
You can't. It's more important that you start. I mean, here, right? We're focused on lane, as I said, right? We focus on lane only, and then after lane, then you can start thinking about how you're gonna side lane and when you're gonna side lane and whatnot, right? But just the first base to begin with.
Yeah.
So yeah, based on wave 5 or 6, 5 you will have Sheen.
Yeah, but it depends
Or
if I can, like, if I need to build a big wave on 6, then it's fine, I think. Yeah, Nunu's not starting blue.
Yeah. So
he's spotting towards me and Hecarim's spotting away, so
yeah, exactly. So we could crash wave 2 and make it bounce. You could also crash wave 3 if you're not able to crash 2.
Yeah,
but of course on
3 is better.
Yeah, on wave 3 crash you have to be kind of aware of the option of him ganking you, right?
Yeah.
Because he can.
I put a wood level 1, I think I'll be fine.
Yeah. Jace is not a self-sufficient laner. not even a little bit.
Oh, news bot. Reddit
Yeah.
bot. He's still potting to top, but he's gonna be very slow.
Mm-hmm.
And he's even dead. I could base.
You have
To be
no
honest.
you have no reason not to base, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just don't have the best base, but like,
Of course.
it's a really good crash, so it's kind of no reason not to. Yeah.
Yeah. The alternative is that you go ward, or you like you here you don't have a ward, right? But the alternative is you go ward, or you try to poke him with Q on tower shots. So like, for example, here when tower hits, that's when you could look for a Q.
Yeah. If I was playing a better champion for poking under turret, I think I would stay. But like, I'm Fiora early game. There's not much to do.
Yeah. Obviously, you can expect Nuno to be top now, and he will have a slow push. So we just respect it.
Yeah. I think it's very important I don't die here.
For sure. If you do, it's.
But I think it's also very good if Nunu actually gets forced to gank me.
Of course. Nunu does not like ganking Fiora, but that's also part of the reason why we took it, right?
Yeah. Can you need mid?
I would rather you hold the ward there, but we'll talk about that.
Yeah. He really wants to crash. I think she's dead here. Nice.
I didn't even see it.
That was no mechanics whatsoever. It was just.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I was writing down what happened.
Okay, well. Oh my god, I should have taken one more minion. Fuck. Whatever, it's fine. I'm gonna wait 20 gold. And then back.
Yeah, I mean that means we won't hold the wave, right? But that doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. But I should have taken one more minion.
For sure. So what is the next base you're looking for?
I mean, another 700 gold base for 2 longswords would be fine, but right now I'm extremely ahead. Oh, she actually has Sheen, so I'm still ahead in the lane, but I'm not that ahead in the lane. I just want to keep taking small trades like I did before.
Yeah.
Like I have a small trade like that, she can't really respond to it. Now I don't need my vital for the trade to be good. Because I have Sheen. Like Sheen plus Grasp is enough for the trade to be good, even if no vital. And if there's a vital, it's just a bonus. But I want to still push towards her. Both of us use TP, so if I get a big crash, then I'm gonna get a base, and she's gonna be stuck without a base.
Yeah. Did she use Ignite as well?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
So in this situation, obviously be aware of your parry. We don't want to use it for a W if Nuno comes, because you can definitely 2v1.
Yeah. Now I just need to crash as big a wave as possible. I want to crash on this wave. And then take a reset, and she's not going to be able to get her in reset.
When a wave is this big, you don't have to walk up. Because if he holds it, you just stay. Because he will lose at least 200 HP. And
yeah, that's true.
You're losing 4 or 5 seconds by walking up for no reason. But this is something, like, it's just a common thing that people do. Because it's like, I don't know. I don't know why.
She would never hold it.
Yeah.
But I mean, now the lane is now I've got double longsword advantage, and it's so pushing back into me. So now it's like I want to not give her a crash. Like I want to do exactly what I did before, which is fight her when she tries to crash it. And unless Nunu comes, she's pretty much fucked. So I just need to try and track Nunu, who should be topside to be honest. I think. not sure Hecarim wants to come. So I need to be careful, especially until I have a ward. I don't want to commit to an all-in.
Yeah, ping the ward. It's in try. Just let him know.
Yeah. Oh. See Nunu. Nunu's coming top, so I've got to respect.
As long as you hug top sides of top, he can never gank you. It's only if you hug the wall and you can't see him.
Yeah.
So this is really good.
Yeah, he needs crash.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, okay, that was not an optimal decision.
Okay, what do we do now? To salvage. Of course you made a little bit of grief, but what do you do now?
I mean, now I just need to acknowledge that I'm not ahead in the lane anymore, I'm even. So, I mean, I'm still not behind. I could still...
We can still fight, but it has to be a favorable fight. Meaning that if enemy junglers, for example, there, it's not a favorable fight. Because you're not that far ahead anymore.
Yeah, I mean, now we're going to be even in terms of items. Like, now I need to go back to stage 1 again, which is just, like, very small trades. Playing with the vitals, especially. Like, if he E's on me before, I was going to instantly all in him if Nunu wasn't there. If without ult, I'm not sure I can do that. I can still win trades. Rating is very low here. Nunu did Herald, there's no way he can still be topside, I think. So I think I can crash on next wave. Don't even know if it's worth warding. Okay. I think it's so unlikely Nunu will be here and Hecarim's here as well.
If you're like 5% uncertain that he could be there, or if you're just uncertain that he could be there, then you just take the ward, because next time around it's gonna slow push and bounce into you, so you won't need the ward. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay, maybe I should have warded then.
So if there's like a tiny percent that he could be there, like if it is Nuno, right?
Yeah.
If there's like a tiny chance that he can be there, then you just go ward.
Okay. See Nunu. I don't have parry for 10. If she E's on me, I can kill her for sure. But she shouldn't do that.
Is Doran's Blade better than Doran's Shield in this matchup for Fiora?
See Nunu still?
He should Doran's Blade. He's also going Grasp, so he's winning the matchup from level 1.
Okay, no shield. Oh, I'm really trying to bait her to E on me, but she's not doing it. Okay, Carly's moving top now. Okay. Well, they're just trolling, I guess. I should have been more aware of where Carly was, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's not the not being aware, it's the... I mean, it is, right? But it's more like you outplay them, but you aren't really like thinking of outplaying it. It's just like it happens in the moment. And yeah, that will work like 50%
I mean, I knew
of the
Akali
time.
was coming, but I didn't realize she was that close. Like, so it's kind of became flippy.
Yeah.
Do they want to swap? I feel like I guess I can swap with hers. I've got my item in base, so I really am looking to get a base, but feels kind of troll to base right now. We can talk about this after, I guess. Yeah, well, I'm about to die for it. So I guess it was troll. There we go. I did so I guess I can say in my mind I'm like, I'm so ahead in the lane that I wanna, and she just used TP, that I wanted to take a small trade and then TP back.
Yeah.
But like,
So
I guess that was just stupid.
Mhm. So you just wanted to trade because you had TP, so you felt the insurance of TP.
No, I wanted to trade because like she's got no sustain in the lane, so if I take a small trade and we're both chunked, then like she can't, like I'm gonna TP back and be full, and she's gonna, you know, still have the chunk from that trade and won't be able to lane anymore.
Mhm.
Like that's the logic in my head at least. But obviously, if I die, then it's absolutely not worth it.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm not gonna take more notes. Like we're done with lane now, so you just play it
Okay.
out, and then we will talk about it after. Okay.
All right.
Right. I will answer chat now. If you have questions, we're done with the part of the game that I want to focus on. Because yeah, now at this point, what will happen is that he will just win the game because he's playing Fiora. Have you been friends? Well, it wasn't the greatest. Wasn't the greatest time. I didn't get the offer that I wanted. It was very, very close. Final stage of it. And then I would have been going to the big leagues. But and the other offer I had was organization that kind of hinted a bit, so. But I'm still gonna be in a fine situation. Of course it sucks, but life moves on. Just have to keep grinding. Of course I was sad for like a day, but then you keep going. But yeah, the game is over.
We're only one kill ahead, but I feel like this game should be really impossible to lose if I play properly.
Just because I want you to build habits, just talk about what you're gonna do next. So I also get like an instinct of, or not not an instinct, like I get like a feeling of how you're thinking in the mid and late game.
Sure. Okay, I want to slow push this with the next wave, like the one from base here, and crush 2 here, and then if Camille roams, I'm gonna take this spot here too, and if Camille doesn't roam, then I'm gonna roam.
Mhm.
While she's catching the wave.
Yeah, this is something you've gotten a lot better of, or better at. You know, like slow pushing the wave if there's no reason to push, so we can get a bigger wave. You did int a little bit right there by hitting the wave, but at least you thought about it.
Yep.
That's the beginning.
If Camille turns up to this fight, then
yeah.
Okay, she's not. That's fine.
She has no ult, remember, so you can do dirty things to her.
She has Thunder out. I think it's really hard to just dive her. But I can come here. This is really good. I've got a big timer. There's no way she can punish me here. Okay, that's fine.
What is next move?
Next move is fixing bot lane. I'm stealing Caitlyn's wave because I'm a horrible person.
No, it's good. You should have done it.
I'm gonna take these camps on the way. I mean, I just need to be there when this bot lane wave crashes. Like, it's gonna be Camille's timer. I just need to respect that. Like, I used my room. Okay, she's not even crashing the wave. So. Now I'm gonna try and stop her crashing it. I need to get my base off for this. That's like the next important thing.
Yeah, that's what you play for. Remember to ping the ward. You get 5 gold for free.
Yeah, I always forget to do that.
Yeah, it's a new thing, right? You just have to get used to it. If you can't clear it, just ping it. Why wouldn't we take the free gold if it's free?
Yeah. There's kind of nothing up right now. Camille's gonna be basing.
Yeah, we just play for the
New
base.
spot side. Yeah. I
You
just want to be as safe as
don't-
possible catching this wave.
Yeah. You don't even have to sell the call here.
No, I'm not going to.
Might as well hold the free stats.
Well,
What
maybe I should have seen that one coming.
yeah, what was the problem in that sequence?
I mean, I kind of had a feeling maybe Camille will just stay, but I think I assumed too much that she.
What about the fact that you killed the wave and then you had to walk up closer?
Yeah, it's true. If I'd held the 3 minions under the turret, it might have changed that. I think
They might still go
it
for the
was-
dive, but at least
they
they
might
have to
still-
dive, right?
yeah, I think I mean that is a small part of it. Then it would be easier for me to outplay in the moment. But I think a bigger part of it was that I just wasn't tracking them on the map.
Now you sell Cole. Now you sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, because obviously you fucked up, and we don't want to waste 30 gold in this situation because the goal, not the gold, the game isn't like won or anything. You can't just sit around. But yeah, what do you do now?
Now Dragon is the next objective. Like I want to play topside, play in their topside jungle.
Do you think we should play Dragon, or do you think we should play for enemy base?
I think we should play Dragon. I think it's the third Dragon. but I'm playing Dragon extremely indirectly by pressuring top and therefore creating a move. Like I'm not gonna be there on Dragon spawn, but like as a team, I want to play for Dragon if that makes sense.
Mhm.
But like personally, I'm playing for it extremely indirectly by playing in topside.
Mhm.
And maybe they do a crazy 4-man play on me again, and that's fine. And it's my job to try and live that. But if they don't do that, then we play for the Dragon. We play for the Dragon regardless. Yeah, I've got a flank. This is good. And after Dragon, I want to be playing bot. So now I'm just going to hold the area. If they walk into us, we have full control. We should win. Maybe I'm going to challenge my base. In fog.
Yeah, they give it, right?
Yeah.
He's out of there.
Question is, do I go T2 boots or double longsword? I look, you think double longsword is better.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need the boots. If you feel like you need the CD, sure, but I don't think you do.
Yeah, maybe I honestly don't know. I'm gonna go for the boots now, but maybe it was the wrong choice.
It's fine. I mean, the luxury of having magical footwear is that you don't need to buy boots.
Yeah, it's true, but like, I also don't have like a mythic that gives move speed, so
Yeah.
I have no move speed other than the boots.
Okay, let's build the next wave.
Yeah.
You don't have to kill.
Maybe I'm doing this too quick. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's something you've done all games so far. So it's definitely a habit.
Yeah.
Until they are on the actual Nash, you never have to hit. Just build a big wave and
Yeah, I mean
get
now
a
it's at the
bigger
point
roam
where
timer.
if they four-man me, for example, like we will insta-get Baron, so...
Yeah.
Okay, they can two-man me though, for sure.
Mhm.
I
You don't have any
track
pressure on the
Camille.
map right now.
Yeah.
So
I have really good okay, we see Camille. Okay, I can step up now.
you definitely win this 1v1.
Yeah.
But yeah, here of course you can just one-shot one wave rather than
Yeah.
taking two, because it will take way too long.
Yeah. Kali is not bot, then I'm gonna take the T2 here. She's not, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. If he dies, he dies.
That's fine. Okay, this... And we should be able to get Baron here.
Yeah, you just continue.
Yeah, I mean I wanna just create a pressure point here. I can always TP to Baron.
So far only one guy can be close to you.
Yeah, and it's the fucking useless Renata.
Yeah.
Now Jin is moving, I'm just gonna TP away. I don't
Just
even think
stay.
I need to TP actually.
Just stay. Shot
Yeah.
one more wave. Only cannon. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, it's fine. It's obviously not the best, but
I mean it's fine, but it's just I should should have
definitely-
just played it slower. No, I think
Yeah.
staying was the correct decision. I just
yes,
like shouldn't have gone for the wave. I should have just waited around here.
I agree.
But yeah, it's fine. I can just pretend that we traded Nash in my life.
I just
when we
wanted you
already
to
had
stay until the Baron is secured. Then after Baron secured, you base, and then you play together as a team, right? Because everyone
Yeah.
based, and then you can play it as a team. I don't think you should go up. I just think you should wait
that. Yeah, I
and
agree.
then take it. Just about getting the Nash.
to be fair, kind of what's the point if I'm not going to go up? Like, if either I see them bot, in which case I can't step up anyway, or I see them at Nash, in which case I'm going to TP to Nash to like secure the Nash. So like, there was
Well,
never
it
a world where I
depends.
go
It
bot.
depends. It gives you more options. I don't want you to take the wave. I just want you to threaten if they go to it. You instantly go on the wave and you force them to make a decision. Do you want to kill me, or do you want to lose the Nash? Right?
Yeah.
And either one is a good decision for you, because if they go to the Nash, you just go end the game. So they don't have a good option, right? It's about creating more pressure points without putting yourself in a worse spot. But if you go up to the wave, of course you're just saying kill me, you know? Kill me,
Yeah.
I'm free.
No, but I think in that situation, I wouldn't be able to end the game. So if they contested Nash, like I would just use my TP to win the Nash fight.
Yeah,
So I think I mean
you can. I mean, that's something you have to like think about in the moment, right? Like, do I actually need to TP, or is the Nash
Yeah.
secured? Because if it's secured, then you obviously shouldn't TP. I mean, we can talk about these like specific things, even though we're focusing on lane. But of course,
Yeah.
lane is the most important part right now.
Yeah.
Fiora looks balanced.
I mean, once you have Ravenous, Sunder feels pretty good.
Yeah. Oof. Cho'Gath Q
Yeah.
on 2-second cooldown. Or Cho'Gath ult on 2-second cooldown.
Yeah. The classic. Okay, well, you're out of there. Let's leave.
We don't have to fight. Drake is coming up.
Yeah.
So now it's the same thing. Of course, if they go Drake, we end the game. If they don't, who cares?
Oh, Hakrim is not playing to the win condition though, I won't lie.
Yeah, that wasn't maybe needed.
I still think we can play this though.
Personally, I think you should take it.
Yes.
Okay, he also knows, that's good. Yeah, just chase him down.
Yeah.
Okay, he... He can take it.
Yeah, he will take it. Okay, nice.
He's enter.
Good job.
Yeah, that's obviously part of Nuno's strength.
Yeah, no, I mean, he should be able to get that. I mean, he should be able to suicide for it.
Yeah.
He played that properly.
Even bigger smite now, actually. So.
That's 1,000 gold, that's not good. Okay.
Okay,
Let's just play this one patiently.
Yeah, exactly. Make a plan for the game. How we're gonna end. What does it take to end?
We're gonna end on next Baron.
Yeah, so we play next Baron. So you can already think about how you're going to play this Baron.
Yeah, I mean,
in
I'm gonna play
terms of how you're gonna move on the map. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any one-on-one you can't win?
No, I can win. I can for sure win every 1v1.
Yep.
Even though Camille just got 1,000 gold, I'm still stronger than her.
Yep. Okay.
Especially with blue, so I don't just run out of mana. I did see this coming, I'm not gonna lie.
Shit. Fuck, man. Yeah.
I'm so fucking stupid. I'm so fucking stupid. Okay.
I'm just laughing about Fiora, but yeah, of course you have no reason to walk up, right?
Yeah. Here you got one in here.
So what do you do now? Of course you made a massive mistake, but what is the...
I mean, if there's a fight as I'm spawning, I'm going to TP to it, but in general, if everything is being played slow, I want to run to bot lane, and then have my TP to join Baron, but it looks like the current state of things, I'm going to be insta-TPing to this. Okay, no, it looks like the current state is I'm not going to be insta-TPing to this. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to be minions TPing here.
Yeah, I like it. I would have hit the other one with Demolish. But I guess
Yeah,
you are
maybe.
playing Fiora, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, you should hit the other one. This champ is so illegal. But yeah,
Okay.
alright. Look at my screen. Do you want to break or do you want to look screen and then go break?
Give me 30 seconds and
Okay.
then I'll join your screen. I just need to. Yeah.
Did you see my screen?
Yeah.
Nunu can do free camp. Okay, so what is just run me by the plan, or run by me the plan again for the lane, and then we can see how you execute it, and if you maybe would have liked to change the plan.
The initial laning phase plan I think is good.
Yeah, what is it? What is it? Can you just say it again?
It is get early info on Nunu level 1, or check if he's starting on blue. To establish like where his first path is going to be towards. I know where Hecarim's is, and then based on that, I want to crash through waves into. Actually, I think it doesn't change in any situation. I think, actually thinking about it, I'm going to crash through waves into base, like no matter the situation. I think the only situation that I wouldn't crash through waves into base is if Hecarim was pathing top, and we thought we could gank Camille, but Fiora vs Camille is like extremely ungankable as a lane, because I have no setup. She can always just E away. So even if I crash 2 and it pushed back towards me, I don't think there would be a gank threat. So I think it's the optimal first play. Me is crash through waves while also chipping her down as much as possible.
Yeah.
And staying safe from Nunu.
Yep. Okay. The early part of the game was very good. There was not a lot that I didn't like. I think the early ward is obviously great. I think you could go for it a little earlier, like 2 seconds earlier. Go for it now so that you're actually on the wave instantly.
Yeah, there's a world where maybe Camille can get prio if I'm too late.
Yeah, because I would like to have you walk on 126, 125. 125 is better, because you're on the wave at 142 or something like that, right? He could already have killed 1 minion.
Yeah.
And contest the push. But instead he's standing in the bush and you don't get pushed, like you don't get threatened. Like you're in lane 150, so it's basically like you're warded, or not warded, like leashed.
Yeah.
So walk 125, 124, so that you are in lane and can contest early. Instead of giving him the chance. Else it was great, right? You get the shove on 3. Here you actually did do it. Slightly. Look. It's one of the situations where he again, like, he can't hold the wave. It will be worse for him than it will do good. Unless he's obviously gonna get a gank, like, right now.
Yeah.
So you walked up, like, quickly again, and you will do it again. Here, you walked up right, turned around, and these seconds, they add up. You will only do this if it's like 1 wave, or 2 waves, 1.5, and he can hold it.
Yeah.
Because here we don't care if he holds the wave, we just crash 4th instead. That's fine. That's better base for us, rather than basing on 3, and he will just lose more HP. Yeah, and here...
It also depends on what champ he's playing. Like if he's playing Gragas, for example, or Seju, like it's way easier for him, but on Camille, you're not holding like 3 waves of minions at this point.
Yeah, I mean, no champ should hold there ever, but you would only hold if you're getting a gank like right now, you know? Right now. So yeah, here we just look for grass proc whenever we can, and Q, and that's it. And you did that well. This ward that you do in a second. Or is it here? It's
soon, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm worried Munu might be lane ganking or something, but like, or just see if Camille wants to reset in that bush, but like, yeah, like here Camille went Fog and she's warding Try, but I'm like, maybe she's trying to reset, and if she does, I don't want her to.
Yeah, you have to play smart here. There is a world where he can look for a gank, then Nunu, because you're hugging in the middle of lane, right, and he can easily come around.
Mhm.
So either you go ward, like you go here from lane, insta ward here, and then go back to lane, and then you should be safe. Or
Yeah, actually, I think
you,
I should have done that. Yeah.
yeah, or you just play really, like, really safe.
Respectfully.
Yeah, really, really respectfully, like mega respectfully, and then hold the ward, and then on your bounce back, that's when we would want the ward, just to guarantee that we don't get put, like we don't get ganked, and if we do get ganked, we want to know about it, right?
Mhm.
Because as I said, there's a legitimate world where you get ganked here and die as well, because you don't have flash, and you either way you don't want to flash here.
No.
And this is a general concept that you need to do when you bounce the wave. Like if you crash
Yeah.
free, or he crashes free, then when are you gonna ward? And how are you gonna ward? Let's see the fight. Yeah, so obviously here this ward is useless because he's not going to gank here.
No, but it's maybe Camille resets here. Like that's part of it.
Yeah,
It's
but
like,
do we care if she resets? Does it change anything?
I mean, if she resets and I can cancel her reset, it's like she's so fucked. Like, you know. But like maybe this is the wrong mentality. But like, if she tries to reset there, like whoa, like say she realizes she can't crash here, and she's like, okay, I need to reset, get a base, get my item, then TP back, and then I can crash.
Yeah.
Like, and I cancel the reset while it's still pushing into me. Like, she loses so much. But maybe that is the wrong mindset. Like, that's just how I think.
Yeah, I would say that it is definitely the wrong mindset because you're expecting him to make a mistake. It is a gigantic mistake if he bases on this wave, right?
Well, if he can't crash 1v1, he kind of has to.
Yeah, but
You saw him. He tried to crash
can?
1v1. He just died.
Yeah, but don't you think he can crash it slow? Like what he did was he
I
tried to
think
kill
if,
you or fight you for the
yeah,
push.
I think if he plays it properly,
Like
he
this
should
E,
be able
right?
to crash it.
This E
Yeah.
and the W. Like he's trying to fight you to get the push. He should just lose a little bit of minions and then get the push. And
Yeah,
then
I agree.
maybe you can hold, but then there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
That's what happens when he played level 1 bad. Right? But instead he tries to kill you to get the shove in, which is never possible.
Yeah.
When you have Cull and Grasp and yeah, he didn't get his base right. Obviously now when you get the kill, think about how you can min-max. You want Sheen, okay, if you want Sheen then grab the 1-2 minions that you need. Base, here I would, either way I wouldn't want you to insta base, just kill this, kill this, base and hold, and then
I don't think
slow
I'm
push
in a
again.
position. You think so? I don't think I'm looking to hold.
I don't necessarily want you to hold, but I want you to force him to come up and force him to not be able to use his window. Because if he has a window, right? Let's say he just goes and you never try to like contest him for the hold. He gives the shove and then he could walk mid and he could look for a play on mid, right? Why would we give him this play for free?
It's not for free though. Like if like maybe this is like my logic is like the more minions there are, the faster the next wave is gonna die. Like this wave here is gonna die, and like if he loses this whole wave, like I want to build a slow push towards him anyway, you know. So I want this whole wave to get destroyed by his minions, and then when it crashes, like I'm gonna build my own slow push no matter what. So that's why I want there to low-key be as many minions as possible on his side, just to like one-shot my wave, so he loses it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But I still think that you should. I don't want you to freeze. I don't think freezing is possible in this situation.
Yeah.
He's gonna TP, but I still want you to
Like kill 2 minions.
yeah, like contest the wave a little bit so he doesn't just get the hard shove in and then base. Like he would lose some minions anyways, right? You're not gonna freeze on him. You shouldn't freeze on him either way, because you're gonna TP back, and then if you try to hold freeze and you're low, then you can get dived, and it creates more obstacles than it does good if you freeze. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So just contest the wave. This one. Let him TP and let him shove, and then you slow push again, like 3 waves and base. But it's more about the overall concept, right? Like, what are you even thinking about? Because here you're just thinking, okay, I killed him, now I need to base. Rather than the bigger picture.
Well, I'm thinking I want him to lose the next wave, but like.
I mean, he will lose it regardless.
Like that, yeah. I don't think that's giving me full credit because I'm thinking I want him to lose the next wave, and then I want to build a slow push again. But I agree, it's too simple. Like, I mean, I should at the very least be thinking, I want to force him to have to come top, so he can't just insta mid, for example, and I Like, should be thinking about my item.
Yes, exactly. Like he doesn't need to be here right now.
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
could straight up just open mid, go for
Yeah.
a gank on mid, and then go back top. Not even
Yeah.
TP.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree. That's what I would do on Camille here.
Yeah, you
Like,
should. Like you have
it's
no
like
reason to TP.
your lane is fucked. You're never gonna win lane anymore. Like,
Yeah.
it's already at the point where you need to do something on the map to win the game. So I would just go mid and
Yeah.
see what I can do.
Like if there was a potential play on bot or mid, like I would just do that. You know, just run bot or mid, because you're fucked anyways, and you're TPing for 2 minions.
Yeah.
And regardless of you having this hold, then he would TP for 3 minions instead of 2. So it would be a shit situation regardless. So I just want you to force him to TP top, rather than him being able to just walk without it being like a casualty for him. You know what I mean? Because if you force him to TP top, that obviously creates a way better map state. Because you already won the game after that solo kill. Now you just need to actually win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is something we talked about, but again, repetition and repeating. Instead of taking them here on this side, walk up and just tank the wave for 1 second. So that you hold the wave here instead of like here, and then you know the tower might like re-aggro on one of the minions, and then you push
so the
faster.
slow push can be bigger. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's not something I was thinking about at all in this moment.
Yes, and again, it's not about you doing it; it's about it becoming a natural habit for you. Like this will happen often. Happens maybe 1 out of 3 games, where the wave is like this. You just want to walk up on the other side of this minion, a little bit further, out to the minion, obviously when it's dead, or when you can get it, and then hold the wave here instead of holding the wave here, and then you get a better push in.
Yeah.
And yeah, you will lose like 30, 40 HP, but that doesn't matter, because we just want a slow push here, and the better the slow push, the better it is. In this situation it was fine, right? But it doesn't matter that it luckily was fine. It has to be something that you think about, so that you can replicate it, because here it is in a good state, but maybe in another situation it would be like here instead, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, and we will see it again, and I will just continue repeating it. And obviously you should look for every grasp trait that you can, so I like it. And this is good W, but you cannot W again like this, because now the wave is in a situation where he can gank.
We just saw Nunu going bot, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean we see him, right? But if we didn't see him.
If we didn't see him for sure, no. Then I have to be careful.
Yeah. Exactly, we saw him like walking like this. Obviously some junglers, not a lot of junglers, but some junglers do this where they walk and then they like fake that they walk this side and then walk back up, right? To create some sort of
yeah. I think even if I get ganked though, it's like
it doesn't matter.
By the time he gets here, I'll be 6, I'll have a huge wave, I'll have W up again.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm feeling extremely strong right now.
Exactly, like it's just about being aware of the fact that you can't use W again unless it's for a gank.
Yeah.
Or unless you know that you can just straight up one-shot him, right? If he eats into you or something like that.
Yeah.
Can we build one more wave here or no?
I don't think so. If it was a cannon wave, yeah, but it's a normal wave. I think it's better to just get the crash, get my double longsword, and I'm in such a good spot. But maybe do you think I should do it slower here?
I don't. That's what I'm asking you. Like, do you think that you can build one more wave here or no? Because it's too big.
I don't think I can do one more wave. What I can do is, crash this towards the end of just before the next wave is coming. But the thing is, I
will just rather have you shove them.
Yeah, because I want to get back on map ASAP. Now I've got an extra 10 seconds. Getting back to lane quicker with my items.
Yeah.
And it's kind of becomes at this point it's more about me than about him. I don't really care what he does, because if I play my game here, it's just over.
If you play the game good, it's over. Yeah. After this, it's the same thing, right? I will continue repeating it. The wave is way too big. If he holds, he will lose
then
this
I just
HP,
stay,
and then you just stay, and maybe you can even look to poke him on the tower with grasp and Q. You know the way to poke on the tower with Fiora?
Yeah.
Can you just say it?
I mean, as as a turret shot is about to hit a minion, you just Q max range on him. And it just hits him.
Yeah.
And the turret shot Like then by the time the next turret shot comes, if you're like already walking away, like you would get hit by another one.
Yep. Because it can't like recalibrate
Yeah.
that fast. Like here you would want like right. Okay, fuck. Uh, like right here.
No. Yeah.
So
I
it's
could
too
get a
late
Q.
for the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is obviously something that you can do on Fiora a lot of the time. 8, 10. Yeah, here. You get a good trade on her with Q and Grasp. You're obviously very, very far ahead. And you should use that advantage. This is fine. This is not fine. Like this is fine. You know where Nunu is. You
We
just
know
saw
Nunu's
him mid.
top, yeah.
Yeah, we just saw him mid here. So obviously you know that you have a certain amount of time here. Like he will W in, so he has W on cooldown, and he can't instantly be here. So the moment he goes for that gank on mid here, you have like 15 seconds. If we're being generous, like generous, or generous, but what is
Generous.
it? Yes, yeah, then you have like 15 seconds where you can look for trade
Mhm.
on her, and you should use that. You should use that time. It's your time. But now we don't want to trade. We just want to keep it in a good state. Like here, this is obviously fine. But now you don't have more time. It's like a CD, like an important CD in lane. Like jungle, think of it like that.
Yeah.
The jungle timer. So here, just think of the bigger picture. What is important? Holding the wave and making sure that she is fucked, and Nunu has to come and waste his time pushing in the wave, or getting like a Q on her, on the on the gank timer. Right, because us getting chunked here leaves them
And
with
having
more
a
room.
yeah.
Yeah, no W, no like no W, no or less HP. It leaves them with room.
Oh my god, this
Like
is so crazy.
they should for sure redive here. Like the only reason why he goes alone is because he knows you don't have W, but they should just redive it instantly. Yeah, you only want to look for this trade if they're coming to like crash the wave, so that they can't actually look for something, or if they're diving. But yeah, the bigger picture, what is it? What would you do looking back at it?
I mean, the bigger picture is Nunu has a timer. Like
This is timer. Yeah.
Yeah, Nunu has a timer. There's like I mean, the risk versus reward is just not worth it. Like stopping her crash is like something like she can't crash alone anyway. So it's not like I'm not even like it wasn't even like I needed to take that trade to stop her crash. Like she can't crash alone regardless of me queuing in there. So I'm just trading to like try and win more on enemy jungle timer. So I mean, it's literally a classic curve mistake, to be honest.
Yes. And it's just about wait 1 sec, I'll pull it up on the screen. Too eager to get ahead, right? And not being disciplined.
Yeah.
If you just play time and you play on the wave, it's GG. There's actually zero way that you lose this game.
I mean, I respected the yeah.
What did you respect?
Like I respected before he's coming, and then when he's actually coming, I'm like I know he's coming, you know, but I'm like trying to bite off too much, you know. It's like it wasn't like it wasn't like I'm like, oh, he just caught me off guard or anything like that. It's like I'm just biting off too much for no reason.
Yeah, and I mean, there is a way that you can survive again if they don't redive, but you should expect them to redive when you int it like this, and then obviously walk away. Or try to one on two outplay it, but you shouldn't.
I don't think they can redive, to be honest. Like, because Nunu has no snowball.
You don't think they can redive before you get W up?
I think it's really hard.
He doesn't even need to have snowball. Just redive before the actual
Maybe, but if they just walk up to me slowly, I'm gonna get ult off and stuff. Like, I mean, Camille plays this like she like ults my Q, so I don't get the Q reset, and I miss the vital. It's like pretty perfect for her.
But just to make sure I keep like it relevant.
Yeah.
The only thing that is important here is the timer you have, right? Like think of it like a CD timer. Camille, what is Camille E timer? Or we can also just go with your own. For your parry, 21, 22 seconds.
Yeah.
This is the timer you have here. It's a jungle timer. It's 15 seconds. In these 15 seconds, you can look for a trade. If you know it's a good trade, like a 80 to 50% trade or something like that, right? Like a very big trade. And then after the 15 seconds, you just play big picture, which is the wave state. And if he comes to break, that's still a big win because he's losing jungle time. Okay.
Yeah.
10 here. You get the shove in. Is it here? Yeah, it's here. So you get the shove in, but if you think there's like a 5% chance that you get ganked here, then you go for the deep ward. Because if you do get ganked here,
A
he
deep
is playing
ward, I think.
normal. Like here. Like at the edge of
Okay,
the bush.
yeah.
Not in here, but like at edge of the
Yeah,
bush.
okay, like by Scuttle even, potentially, yeah.
Yeah, if you can. Like the further you can go without losing minions, the better,
Yeah.
right?
No, I agree. I just didn't. I thought when you said deep ward, I thought you meant by the blue or something. I think that's too.
No, that's like a jungle ward, you know?
Yeah.
Deep ward in the bush. Like you never want to see you ward here at the edge of the bush. Just go here, ward, and then go just to guarantee that you don't. Like you know if you get ganked, then you can get out.
Mhm.
Because if you die here, it's GG. He will hold the wave, and you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously you did good here with the Q. Like right there. When it hits the tower, boom. And you just insta it out. It was great.
Yeah. Then here I wasn't checking a collie.
Yeah. We have to know how much time we have. It's the same as the jungle timer. We just keep talking about concepts so it's easier to learn. This is the mid lane timer, but we'll just call it the timer. How much time do you have before she will make it up here? We should shove the wave and get the fuck out of here. Because she has roam timer. You know, like in mid lane it's always like this. Then we shove, then we have roam timer, they shove, they have roam timer, etc, etc, etc.
Yeah.
Always like that. So that's why it's so important for you as a top laner to always think about that.
Yeah, right now he's room timer, so in 15,
Yeah.
20 seconds he'll be here.
Yeah, he has 20-second roam timer. So in these 20 seconds, you can grab this wave, and you can push it in. This one, next one, right? Just hard focus on pushing in the wave.
Oh, it's gone super laggy. Just now. It was perfect until now. Maybe just restart stream.
Yeah, I will. You see it? It's fine.
No, it's loading right now.
If it doesn't work, you can just watch from stream. But it should work.
Yeah, it's working now.
Okay, great. But yeah, we talk about it, right? Like timer. This is the mid lane timer. He can move mid or move top, and you need to use this timer to the best of your ability. Do you have to care for a dive? Do you have to push? Can you look for the 1v2 if it's guaranteed? Okay, then we take that instead, right? This, I don't know if it's guaranteed. I think if your plays it better, you probably lose it. But it's just about being aware, right? So that you can make a conscious decision. If you fuck it up, but it's a conscious decision, and you think that 1v2 is like 90 to 10, then you should take it. But if it's not a conscious decision and you just have to outplay it on the fly, then it will work 50% of the time. So just think about the timer she has on mid and how much time you have. 12:10, so or 12:20, you kill her, and Akali stays top.
11:10, you mean?
Yeah, 11:10. Here you just base, right? You have item.
Oh yeah, this is right in to
Like,
the.
you have item. Wave is gonna slow push into you. It's gonna slow push into you. This is cannon wave.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it will
I have
naturally
Sunder.
just
Like,
slow.
if I base, I'm so strong, but I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, I explained to you what I wanted to do, but it's just it's so like overreaching, you know?
Yeah. I mean, think of it like this. Do you need to get her low for it to be an advantage for you? Or
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if I spent 2 seconds to think about this from Camille's perspective, she's like, okay, I'm completely fucked. This guy has Sunder in base. I'm completely fucked. Like, I need to figure out a different way of playing the game. Then it's like I'm staying without item and with half HP, and she's like, okay, I've got one chance right now to kill her and make the game playable.
Yeah.
Like, this is literally her only chance to make the game playable, and I'm like giving it to her by staying, you know?
Yeah. Just to finish it, do you need to get her to 90% or does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter at all. Like, once I Sunder, I'm like 5 times stronger than her, you know?
Yeah. And also, you can also think of this to make you look even dumber or to make you feel dumber. The time you spent up here is also, we can just call it tempo, right? You walked up, that's 3 seconds. You based, that's 8 seconds. It's just irrelevant time where you could have based, and then you could have saved this time, and you could go back up, and you could just get grasp and one shot her with your choke FQ
Yeah, I mean it's even more
or
escalated
choke
with the
FR.
plant, I think.
Yeah, also that, but of course that doesn't matter. That's just like it's a good decision and a bad decision. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? So we have to take it at the root rather than, yeah, now I fucked up. How could I make the fuck up better? It's about not fucking up in the first place.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're done now, so you can queue, but I will just look at some other things just because it
Alright.
is important, and you will do it every single game. 17 here. Look what you do. Look what you're doing. This is good timer, like good, what's it called, like good move timer, right? You could move from bot.
Yeah,
That's
this
great.
is good.
Maybe you could one-on-one, but it's not worth it. You know, it's not worth it because it's a
She
maybe.
has her passive shield and stuff, like she's
Yeah.
deceptively hard to kill.
Yeah, it's like, if I say maybe, it's not good, right? This is
Yeah.
guaranteed. The kill is maybe. So you walk bot, you're just playing for item
I
right now.
overthin this, don't I? Yeah.
Yeah, you're just playing for item right now. Before we get item, we don't want to fight, because why would we?
I mean,
when we have items over.
one-on-one, I do want to fight, but it's like.
Of course, but if he gives you that option, he's just an idiot, and then we'll just
Yeah.
take the free win, right?
Yeah.
But if he doesn't give you that option, we're still just playing for we're just playing for
What do
item.
you think I should do here?
I just want you to hold the wave. Why do we hit? Why hit? You're not hitting for anything. You don't even need to.
My item.
Yeah, but do we get item by hitting it, or do we get item by killing more minions? And if so, if we're gonna kill minions, would we rather kill them up here, or would we rather kill them here?
The second one.
Yeah, why?
Because it's safer, closer to the turret.
Yeah, exactly. What is the point of walking up if we don't have to walk up?
Yeah.
And now we kill the wave.
Actually, yeah, I don't know.
And instead of farming here,
yeah,
we're farming up here.
with no vision as well, like one little wood. Yeah, it's so stupid.
Yeah. And if they come to gank, at least they have to dive.
Yes.
At least they have to dive. Right?
Yeah.
It's just because of like.
Yeah, if I was under the turret, they couldn't do this.
Yes, for sure. And if
Like,
you are
all
under
the-
the tower,
yeah.
it doesn't, like, you can just one-shot the wave, right? And then worst case they get a kill, but we will get 2 towers instead.
Yeah.
So that's still a big win. And it's, I don't know what it is for you. Maybe it's dopamine, maybe it's like I feel the need to hit something. But it's obviously something that you do often. Because we will watch it again, and again, and again. Look here, walk up, hit, hit, hit again. But we don't have to. Just link up the next wave as well.
Well, it's because I want to spend as much time. I want to
Yes.
spend like here. It's like if they see me on top lane, then it's like that's really valuable information for them, you know. But right now it's like I hit the wave. Now someone has to match top lane, and they have to be careful for where I am. So it's like kind of, it's actually like I think this is a different situation because it's like I actually put them under some threat. Whereas on the other situation, it's like it's not doing anything.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I mention this because sometimes it is fine to push if you can actually get it on the tower and then they lose minions faster. But if you can't get it on the tower, then the reason you've given is useless because you yourself are gonna lose minions as well. And you're not getting anything. The fact that you push here means nothing because they don't have to they don't have to go top and take the wave until it's actually on the tower. Right? So here it's fine. You'll see the wave is on the tower and it's all good because she has to go get it. But if it isn't gonna go on the tower, look at the second wave. If it isn't going on the tower, look, this is second wave, and then third wave not out of base yet. If it isn't on the tower, then you don't push this because it gives you nothing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So just look at your own wave and then make a decision, right? Look at your own wave from your own lane and Nexus, and then make a decision. And then again, just to show you that it is a legitimate habit you have. Here, I do believe that you fixed it. We were talking about it, right?
Yeah. I think.
This is obviously fine, right? You have Hydra. There's nothing you can do. You still want the minions. So this is fine. and now the wave is linked up, and you can grab the wave. So
Yeah, and now if boss push the next one.
yeah,
that's fine.
you can push a little bit faster. Like right now, you're done. Now go shove. Do it faster. You have 1 more second.
Wait, no, because I want to get the next wave too. No, I want to get
You
this wave.
can't. You can't. Like
I
just
know.
you can push this on the tower before the next wave. Your next wave. Like it's not about their wave. It's about your next wave. Look here. This is their next wave. You will get that regardless if he goes up and hits the wave. And this you can obviously do anyways, right? So what are you talking about? Here?
I'm saying like here, I'm slow pushing. You see my wave that's about to come under the tier 2. Like his one is the same. Like I want to take that next wave.
Mm-hmm.
And if I push too fast, then like it would crash under his turret, and it would be like a bit awkward for me to get it. Whereas now it's like never gonna be under his turret. I mean, Akali one shots it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But it's like
Yeah, but even if she doesn't one-shot it, it doesn't change anything because you can't move up until you see Camille.
yeah.
You can't move up until you see Camille. If you can, like, if Camille shows, you can walk up regardless. Yeah, and then obviously after you get the wave here, just go into the bush or into this bush and hold position and be a human ward until you can catch the next wave.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this was the last thing, right? We don't have to hit the wave. We just wait
Yeah.
until they make a decision, and then we make a decision. If they're not going for Nesh, they have only one realistic play, which is Butt. So
Yeah.
either you go take enemy reds, take enemy
Yeah.
golems, and
I
just
think
wait.
I should be taking their camps. Like it's
Yeah.
so pointless for me on bot wave.
Yeah. Okay, great. But of course, I still want you to focus on the lane specific